Today we're doing order of operations, which you can know as Pemdas if you went to certain schools. And so basically, math can be pretty hard, but if you're doing it in the right order at the right times, it should be a lot easier to understand. Not to mention that if you do it in the wrong order, a lot of the times you can get just the entire wrong answer. In the little example down here, 1 plus 2 equals 3, if you put it in a different order, such as 2 plus 1, you still get the answer of 3. So for that specific scenario, there's no right or wrong order. Here's a little meme. I thought it was pretty funny, so I just threw it in there. Okay, so first up, we've got parentheses. So we've got 2 times parenthesis 2 plus 3 parenthesis. And I've got 2 little answers down here for what it can be, either 10 or 7. To get 7, it would be 2 times 2, giving us 4 plus 3. Or we could do what's in the parentheses first, 2 plus 3, and multiply that by 2 to get 10. What do you think?
Awesome!
You were right. It's 10. So next we have exponents, which is the E in Pemdas. Exponents are to the power of something. So if you have 4 to the power of 3, that would be 4 times 4 times 4. So what do we have here, 64 or 12? Alright, so 4 times 4 times 4. 4 times 4 gives us 16. Then 16 times 4 gives us 64. Not too complicated. Next up is my favorite slide in this whole project I did. So it's 3 times 3, so we've got 3 little piles of 3, and then 3 divided by 3. I didn't show the division, I just had them kind of pulling apart like that, so you could just kind of guess. And if you do it the right way, you get 9 donuts and 1 coffee. Just the right amount if you're somebody like me who is not a huge fan of coffee, but doesn't mind it with a donut. Sometimes 9 donuts. Alright, last up, on the little PEMDAS over here, we've got addition and subtraction. Now, I didn't say this last slide, but with multiplication and division, and with addition and subtraction, in those little groups, like multiplication and division are one group, and addition and subtraction are their own group, it does not matter which order you have them in. Like I explained for the very first slide, like 1 plus 2 equals 3, 2 plus 1 equals 3 still. So 5 plus 2, it doesn't matter. Well, these matter what order you have them in. I didn't explain that very well. Sorry. 5 plus 2, it's going to be a simple just addition. It doesn't matter which order you have those in. But for the subtraction, it does matter, because you can get a negative number if you put it in the wrong order. But if you have these 2 problems in a bigger problem, it doesn't matter which one you have first and which one you have last, like if you're adding them together. And in the whole equation, it doesn't matter which little subsection you do. So if they're both in parentheses on their own, it doesn't matter which one you do first, as long as you're just doing them at the same time. So 5 plus 2 equals 7, and 5 minus 2 equals 3. So now that we've finished going through the whole PEMDAS, the whole order of operations, this is an example we're going to go through together. So 7 times parenthesis 9 minus 2 to the power of 2. So 2 to the power of 2 within the exponents. That's an exponent, I'm sorry, within the parentheses. So we've got parenthesis, exponent, giving us 4. Now it's still in the parentheses, so even though this is multiplication, we're going to do the addition subtraction first. So it is subtraction in the parentheses, giving us 5, and then 7 times 5 is, drumroll please, 35. Little bongo cat. Okay, the last example I have for you is a bit of a doozy, so we're just going to work through this step by step. I'll give you a minute to look over it. Okay, so we're starting in the parentheses because we have the P first. Now, in the parentheses, we still have to follow the order of operations. So instead of doing 4 minus 2, we're going to do 3 times 4, giving us 12. Now we're going to do the 12 minus the 2, which gives us a 10. And after that, we're going to move over to here and do this exponent, 2 to the third power, which gives us an 8. Now, do you know what we're going to do next? That's right. We've got the multiplication division section. So it's a division. 8 divided by 4 is going to be 2. Now, here's where I was saying it doesn't matter. You can either add these two numbers together first, or you can add these two numbers together first. Or you can subtract first. It does not matter which order you do those individual steps in. Because we're going to still get 22 minus 10 is 12. 2 plus 8 is 10. Giving us 22. If you just follow the steps and remember PEMDAS, there's pretty much no way to go wrong on the order of operations. You just make sure that when you're multiplying and dividing, I don't mean multiplying, I'm sorry. When you're dividing or subtracting, you have to keep them in that order. Addition and multiplication, the orders can be switched. But if you have 2 divided by 3, you can't do 3 divided by 2. Just like 2 minus 3 is not the same as 3 minus 2. Keep those things just straight in your head and you will be good. I hope you learned something and I hope you enjoyed.